Well, it took a little bit of searching. This is a huge cemetery, Whitechapel in Troy, Michigan. Come into the cemetery, main entrance, off of 18 Mile Road, which is also Long Lake Road, and turn left at the very first corner. Come around to the first turn to the right. It's just about even with that big red maple tree right there. And this other tree right here, which is starting to bloom. Right next to the sunken rock garden, on the northeast corner of the sunken rock garden, you'll find the grave of John Z Delorean. Died in 2005 at the age of 80. And I love the car, the picture of the car, the image of the car here on the screen. Let's zoom in on that. That's a great tribute to Mr. Delorean and his dream to build a unique sports car. Mr. Delorean and his car that he built that still has a great significance in pop culture here in the U.S. and a lot of fond memories for a lot of fans. Let's go back to the beginning and start our story with the home of Mr. Delorean when he was a child growing up with his parents in Detroit, Michigan. Here it is. Let's get our zoom in. Right there. The Boyhood home of John Z. Delorean. He has a little traditional Detroit alley garage out back. I can just imagine him as a younger teenager, maybe tinkering with his first car back there in that garage, or maybe here in the yard behind the house. Look at that. All you Back to the Future fans who love the car, this is where it all started. John Z's childhood home. And his garage is still there. That's pretty cool. John graduated from Cass Tech High School in Detroit and went on to college, after which he joined the staff at General Motors Corporation, the largest company in the country at that time, and rose quickly through the ranks. John worked with many famous car designers from the muscle car area, including one who I'm happy to have called a friend, Mr. Paul Deason, who worked with him on designing the GTO, along with many other of GM's popular cars in the 60s through early 70s, and even later. John was a rising star at General Motors, quickly moved up through the ranks, both corporate and socially, divorced his first wife, and married young actress Kelly Harmon, where they lived in this house in Bloomfield Hills. Kelly was the sister of actor Mark Harmon. They weren't married very long, though there was a huge age difference. John's third wife was actress Christina Ferrar, who stuck with him through the end of his career at General Motors, his career with Delorean Motor Company, and through the end of his trial on drug trafficking charges, after which they were quickly divorced. And this is the home he shared with Christina.
That looks a lot more what I'd expect of a person who owned a car company now.
All right, we're here at 1000 West Long Lake Road, Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. And this office building was the home of Delorean Motor Company's Michigan headquarters. And this is where John Z had his office for quite a while. He ran the company from offices here in this building. I have not been able to find out which floor or which offices he actually owned. And I doubt if they would actually let us in there to peek around anyway, but I wanted to show you guys where his office was here in Michigan.
The Delorean. Gull-wing doors rise effortlessly, beckoning you inside. The sleek, stainless steel Delorean. Beautifully crafted for long life, the Delorean is one of the most awaited automobiles in automotive history. Drive the Delorean. Live the dream.
John energized the car business. After the beginning of the 70s, with the horsepower restrictions and the emission controls and the fuel shortages, the car industry had become totally boring. John changed all that, built excitement, built a factory in Northern Ireland in the midst of war-torn Belfast, with money provided partially by the British government, and he made it work. He designed a cool looking car that had interesting features, and he put it all together through his bold initiative and just raw personality. I'm not going to spend any time talking about the trial and the cocaine, other than to say he was found not guilty. His wife Christina stuck with him through the end of the trial, and then they separated. He married a fourth time to actress Sally Baldwin, and they lived in New Jersey in his large estate until they lost that, and that became Trump National Golf Course. He ended up remaining of his days in a smaller apartment complex in New Jersey until his death. They say he was happy at the end, connected to his family, who he always loved, and that's actually a legacy better than a car company. Rest in peace, John.